Over the years, you've probably seen every member of the Creek to Coast team having a ball, either on the beach or in the outback, profiling the very best places to visit in almost every corner of the state. Railhead on Shine, we've seen a lot, from scorching desert trails of Western Queensland to the sandy beaches of Moreton, Stratty, Fraser and so on. But in amongst all this fun, there's one vital member of the crew that's probably been overlooked, underappreciated, and if I'm being honest, a bit neglected. And this is the important part of our team, our gorgeous Pajero. She's done a lot of work, over 100,000 Ks, and a lot of that has been off-road, in the dirt, four-wheel driving on the beach. So we all thought it's about time we give our humble chariot a little bit of TLC. To ensure our beloved crew car can continue to ferry us around for many more years to come, we've enlisted the help of Grant Taylor from CouplerTec Electronic Rustproofing. CouplerTec's the brainchild of a couple of very clever Gold Coast boys who've spent a good part of their lives developing their patented rust prevention system. Oh, mate, how'd I go? Didn't hit anything?
No, you're good, mate.
Reversing isn't my best. But, mate, boating, camping, fishing, the outdoor life, people that love that sort of environment generally hate their rust, don't they?
Well, that's correct. I mean, it can start from something as simple as a stone chip on your vehicle.
And, mate, depending on where you live, I guess, you know, people closer to the beach, it'll happen quicker, but it will affect you. No matter where you are, travelling in your vehicle, it'll end up affecting.
Oh, of course it will. Look, you only need two elements for corrosion, and that's bare metal and oxygen to carry moisture.
And, mate, I hear a whisper, you've got a good answer. You've got the answer.
We certainly have, mate, and it's about time you do an install for us.
I'm going to have a go, aren't I?
You are.
Trouble. OK, so before we get too far along, it's probably worth taking a look under the bonnet and under the microscope to see exactly what's going on. The whole process starts with the loss of a single electron when water and oxygen come into contact with bare metal. The resulting chemical change creates a whole new compound called ferric oxide, to you and I, which is simply called rust. And as you can see in a couple of relics next door to CouplerTec in the combi shop, what starts as a very small reaction can turn into a great big mess. But according to Grant, it can all be avoided with a handy bit of technology. So layman's terms, Scottish terms, interferes with nature.
It certainly does. That's what we're doing. We're supplying electrons. And how we do that is by building a capacitor within the motor vehicle. And that's what this system does. All right? So a capacitor is something that simply holds charge, and that's what we're looking to do, is hold those electrons on the vehicle.
How can I help? Let's get it on. How can I help?
Mate, how about you just pass me the tools and we'll get started, eh?
The heart of the system is the power supply unit, which works in conjunction with the capacitive coupler pads attached at either end of the vehicle. Installation's actually a relatively straightforward process, even for those of us that aren't particularly mechanically inclined. There we go. Now they've given me the hardest job of the day, just putting the sticker on. A little bit tight there. Grant reckons the system will continue to operate for the life of the vehicle, and the best proof they have is their long-suffering company car, which has lived more than a few lifetimes since the CouplerTec boys first took ownership of it. The Grand Pajero's done a fair bit of work, but mate, you're going to tell me it's not a pinch on what this one's done?
No, this is a 1996 80 Series Land Cruiser. I mean, this has been up halfway up the doors in salt water on that many occasions with trips to Fraser and Moreton. It's travelled right across Australia. It's 300,000 Ks on this.
How does it go when you put it next to a car the same vintage as it? It must be brand new. Does it put some cars to shame?
Well, it does. I mean, rust or corrosion is basically loss of electrons. It's the same reason that paint oxidises, all right? Loss of electrons. So the paintwork stays in good nick.
There's a stack of technical information about the inner workings of the CouplerTec system on their website. And if you're keen to take a closer look at their hard-working 80 series, then you'll get the chance next month when it goes on show at the Brisbane Tinny and Tackle and 4x4 show at the RNA.